So, as you know, gratitude is super important, right? Um, and you may have seen the suggestion out there or heard that it's good to practice gratitude, and a way to do that is by starting a gratitude journal and saying what you're thankful for or writing what you're thankful for every night. This is a great idea, this is a good suggestion. But an insight I had in trying to do this several years ago was that it felt hollow, it felt kind of fake, fake, not real, and it didn't work. It wasn't working for me, and I quit doing it. And now, having had more personal growth, I realized that gratitude is a very powerful practice. And at that time, I just wasn't able to open myself up to it. My heart was closed. I had much more, I was just more of a closed person. I wasn't open, if that makes sense. And I had some growth to do in that area. And when that started happening for me, when I started practicing meditation, when I started getting into my body more, learning more about connection, connecting with others, started living a more alive life, started coming alive, I had this experience where I had an internship in a homeless shelter, essentially. And I came home after a long day at the shelter, and I was so grateful for my house. And I was so grateful to live in this beautiful neighborhood, and have this adorable, cute little house that I live in and everything in it, and my family. And I actually felt grateful for my house. Whereas, a couple years before, trying to say, I'm grateful for my house, it just felt cheap and hollow. Now I was able to actually feel it. And so the point that I'm getting to here is that gratitude is not something intellectual, and it's not something in your mind. It's something that you feel in your heart. And if you don't feel it in your heart, that's not really gratitude, is it? Gratitude it's a feeling, it's a practice, it's something that you work on bringing forth and feeling and living from that place, living from your heart. And the reason it's important is because without gratitude you cannot feel joy. So, there's a lot of talk about happiness, and happiness is great, but happiness is like, they say money can't buy happiness. Money can buy happiness, because Chipotle burritos make me happy. And I use money to buy those Chipotle burritos and those, the other foods that I eat, that I purchase. But joy is different. Joy is more full. There's more fulfillment. Joy is looking up how to copycat recipes for Chipotle and going home and making my own cilantro lime rice, and making my own guac and the pico and the beans, and making my own Chipotle burrito in my house that tastes exactly like Chipotle. And then I feel joy in that experience because it's more full, and I feel gratitude. They're in there too, and you can feel gratitude for your happiness too. But again, the point here is that without practicing gratitude, you're not able to feel joy. When you see your children playing, and that sense of joy starts to come. Joy is a vulnerable feeling. And so if we're not living from our heart, we're not living from a place of gratitude, and bringing that gratitude in that moment, fear can step in. So you're looking at your children sleeping, just an example, and you start imagining car crashes, you know, you start imagining horrible things, because that fear just steps in. And that's why we have to cultivate gratitude, so we can experience joy. And those little moments are the point of life, really. When people look back on their lives, it's the ordinary moments that really are, that make up your life, right? And these nuggets of wisdom are coming from this book, The Gift of Imperfection. And I went ahead and looked at this chapter before making this video today. It's called Cultivating Gratitude and Joy, Letting Go of Scarcity and Fear of the Dark. And this is a great book. There's a link to purchase below the video if you want to check it out. The Gifts of Imperfection by Dr. Brené Brown, and I love her. And I'm going to make probably 72 more videos about her work, because she has several books out and they're so amazing. And thank you.